after Ohio State lost to Purdue, the question has become, is their quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, still a Heisman favorite? And in my opinion, the Heisman's going to come down to 3 players. It's going to be Tua Tagovailoa at Alabama, Kyler Murray at Oklahoma, and Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State. Now, in my opinion, the ranking goes, Dwayne Haskins is the favorite. Tua is a very close second, maybe first. He's very close, though, like 5 votes to 6. And Kyler Murray gets 1 vote. He's third, but he's a long way away from the first. So on Saturday, Dwayne Haskins very clearly had his worst game this year. He lost to Purdue. Now, here's what a bad game for Dwayne Haskins sounds like. I want you to have some perspective here. This is one of Dwayne Haskins' bad games. He was 49 for 73 passing, had 470 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Yeah, that's a bad game. Okay, that's how dominant Dwayne Haskins has been. His worst game of the year is the best game for a lot of players in college football. Now, one thing that losing to Purdue allowed Kyler Murray to get back into the race. Because Kyler Murray lost to Oklahoma this year, and I think if Kyler Murray had 1 loss and was going against an unbeaten Tua and an unbeaten Dwayne Haskins, he's not even in the picture. But now he's back in the picture because of that loss by Dwayne Haskins. Now, on the year, Dwayne Haskins has a 71% completion percentage, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 2,801 yards. Dwayne Haskins has the best stats of any quarterback in college football. How about Tua Tagovailoa at Alabama? He's having a great year, but the problem is he leaves games early, which means you're left to your imagination a little bit. I mean, Tua is dominating, but he comes out of games early. They allow Jalen Hurts to play a lot in the second half. And it's hard not to hold that against him, even though I know that's not fair. Now, Tua has great numbers. A 70% completion percentage, 2,066 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, a shocking no interceptions. And that you can either take it or leave it. It could be either less impressive that he hasn't been in any close games, or maybe you could say, well, he's not being challenged at all. So I think Dwayne Haskins and Tua are the clear favorites for the Heisman. Now, Kyler Murray is a clear third, like a long ways away from third. Here's why. He's got a 72% completion percentage. That's great. That's awesome. He's got less yards than Tua and less yards than Dwayne Haskins at 1,977. 25 touchdowns, just like Tua, but also 3 interceptions that Tua does not have. So right now the list goes, Dwayne Haskins is at 1. He's got the best stats. He's been in closer games. He's got that really good Penn State win on his resume. But Tua has better stats than Kyler Murray, and he's unbeaten. And hasn't been challenged at all this year, which means 1 and 2 are like neck and neck. You could go either way. I would be fine with Tua winning the Heisman. I'd also support Dwayne Haskins winning the Heisman. I think Dwayne is like a little barely ahead of Tua, but it's not by much. It's like the tip of a pencil, man. It's really, really close. And Kyler Murray is a clear third. I would vote for either Dwayne Haskins or Tua Tagovailoa. Here's why. Dwayne Haskins has better stats, but you can argue, well, Tua was dominating games and left games early. If he played the whole game like Dwayne did, his stats would be better. But you can also make this argument that Tua hasn't been challenged. Here's a sentence that makes it even more impressive. When you say, Tua has not been even challenged this year, that goes, wow, Tua's so good. He's so much better than everybody else. Hasn't even played in a tough game this year. Interesting. Do you value Tua, who's dominating so much and hasn't played in a close game? Or do you value even more the fact that Dwayne Haskins has a tough win against Penn State? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. Do you penalize Dwayne Haskins for losing a game and playing in a tough game against Penn State? And do you reward Tua for playing in a bunch of blowouts? Who has a better team? I think it's Alabama has a better team than Ohio State. I don't know what to make of that. So I think it's either Tua or Haskins right now. I think Kyler Murray is the only other person worth mentioning in the Heisman race, and he's a clear, far and away third. But Johnny Manziel won the Heisman and lost games. I think Dwayne Haskins can win the Heisman and not have a perfect season, because if you look back at the past, Lamar Jackson and Johnny Manziel, you don't have to have a perfect year record-wise to necessarily win the Heisman. You just have to be incredibly dominant. Dwayne Haskins has been incredibly dominant. So if I look back at the past, my guess is Dwayne Haskins likely wins over Tua because of his better stats. Stats apparently seem to matter more. Stats and Heisman moments, that big win you had or that really close moment you had. Johnny Manziel's big win was beating Alabama. And you could say that maybe Dwayne Haskins' Heisman moment is beating Penn State. Maybe Tua's comes this week against LSU, I don't know. But if Tua doesn't play in any close games, you're going to argue, well, what's his, quote, Heisman moment? I know that's silly, but it does matter to some people. Some people really care about playing in close games and not just rolling over your opponents. And having less help, I think, might actually hurt. Or, excuse me, having a bunch of help, having a great roster, fair or not, I think in the voters' mind could hurt Tua Tagovailoa. I think Dwayne Haskins, even after losing to Purdue, is still the favorite to win the Heisman. Hi, my name is Zach Schaumler. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It means a ton to me. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. And if you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, as well as shorter little breakout clips like the one you just watched. And if you really want to help me, please tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Help me grow by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow by telling your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. My name is Zach Schaumler. Thank you so much, and have a great day.